Hello and welcome back to Asia Now. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. I'm coming at you a little bit later than usual, but better late than never, right? In this video, I'll tell you about a Filipino teacher suspended for getting pregnant without being married. 5 Australians return home after spending 19 years in prison. Strawberries coming to the Philippines. New 24-hour public transportation for Cebu Airport. 7 Chinese arrested and more, beginning with our USD to peso exchange rate. Right now, the US dollar looking strong still. $1 equal to 58.8 pesos. Let's jump straight into our main story. The Supreme Court in the Philippines ruled that unmarried teachers cannot be suspended for being pregnant, as premarital relations resulting in pregnancy are not considered immoral. This decision came after a Christian school of Bohol suspended a grade school teacher in 2016 for becoming pregnant outside of marriage, claiming immorality. The teacher, who taught various subjects, informed the school of her pregnancy, but was verbally and later formally suspended without pay until she could prove she has married her child's father. The teacher filed a complaint, and while lower courts had mixed rulings, the Supreme Court upheld the findings that her suspension was illegal. The court emphasized that consensual relations between adults without legal impediments to marry are not immoral, and moral standards should be based on public and secular law, not religious beliefs. The school was ordered to compensate the teacher for lost wages and benefits during her suspension. Wow, an incredible story. Who knew, right? Although this was almost 10 years ago, still the Philippines, it is a very conservative country overall. There is a big divide between those that want to be progressive and those that want to keep a hold of their traditional values and religious values. And I think that's where the legal standing with the divorce bill, right? So still hasn't completely passed yet. So who knows what's going to happen with that. Philippines is the only country in the world that divorce is illegal, from what I understand and what Google tells me. But pretty interesting. What do you guys think of that? The teacher getting suspended for not being married while getting pregnant. Any and all thoughts are welcome. I'm curious to see what you guys think of this story. Next up, the remaining 5 members of the Bali 9, an Australian smuggling group, have returned to Australia after serving over 19 years in Indonesian prison. The group was arrested in 2005 for attempting to smuggle more than 8 kilograms of that white stuff from Bali. The return follows a diplomatic effort between the Australian and Indonesian governments. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese expressed gratitude to Indonesia for facilitating the transfer of humanitarian grounds. He emphasized a strong bilateral relationship between the countries and stated that the men will continue their rehab and reintegration into Australia. The 5 individuals are banned from entering Indonesia for life. I'm pretty sure they don't care now. The Bali 9 included 9 members. 2 were executed in 2015. 1 passed away from cancer in 2018, and 1 woman was released in the same year. The transfer was not part of the prisoners' exchange, but may set a precedent for future cooperation between the 2 nations. Wow. If you don't know, Asia is not you want to be messing around when it comes to illegal substances. Some countries like Singapore, Indonesia, they have some extremely strict laws when it comes to that. I don't know what better way of saying that, but just please do not break laws in other countries just because you don't know what safety nets you do have. These people are actually lucky to even get back home because it can get really serious. But happy, I guess, they're home. They served 19 years for trying to make some money and whatever they're doing, but once again, a crazy story coming from prisons in Asia. In some lighter news, fresh Japanese strawberries are now available in the Philippine markets after lifting an export ban on December 15, 2004. The agreement between Japan and Philippines ensured compliance with strict pest monitoring, pesticide testing, and facility registration. Philippine authorities will inspect all shipment, making a boost in agricultural trade between the 2 nations. Strawberries, I cannot afford them. They're too sour, too expensive. Anytime I've had any good strawberry was in Canada, over here. Cause I think it's rather cheap in Canada in some seasons. But anytime I travel outside, I guess the climate's a big factor. Pretty interesting news, I guess. But I wonder how many people can actually afford strawberries in the Philippines. Especially Japanese fruit, can be a whole bunch of money. And more positive news from Cebu, passengers traveling to and from Mactan Cebu International Airport in Lapu-Lapu City can now avail themselves of around-the-clock public transportation with the launch of 2 modern jeepneys on Monday, December 16th. Fantastic, $10 to you or I may not be much coming from the airport, but a lot of locals will definitely appreciate this 24-hour service from Mactan Airport. All right, back to the nonsense. The Philippines NBI Director Jamie Santiago presented 7 Chinese nationals arrested in a cybercrime operation in Pasay City on Tuesday. A traffic victim, a house helper called Let, was rescued after being detained for 2 months and denied access to her phone. Criminals doing criminal things in the Philippines still, although by the end of this month, all pogo operations, illegal ones, should be coming to an end. Let's see what happens with all that. Next up, in some tragic news, a tourist was discovered not alive near the Hin Song Khan 7-Eleven store in Koh Phangan on December 16th in Thailand. Authorities reported no signs of foul play. The individual, identified as 37-year-old C. Boucher from New South Wales, driver's license, was transported to Koh Phangan Hospital for an autopsy. Officials are working with the embassy to manage formalities with care and respect. Investigation is ongoing to verify the identity and establish the cause of the passing. Koh Phangan police and rescue teams are dedicated to resolving the case. Koh Phangan is world famous for its moon parties, so who knows if this has anything to do with that, any kind of relation. I'm sure if I do some more digging, perhaps I can come up with some kind of more details. But yeah, Koh Phangan has a lot of stuff, not particularly like this, but a lot of things can go wrong when you have so much, partying going on a weekly, bi-weekly, monthly for sure basis in Koh Phangan. People from all around the world go there for the full moon parties. Let's end with some positive news. Heroes in the sky. Thai nurses save lives during flight. Thai nurses Ketatat and Wanaporn from Marijit emerged as heroes on Phuket to Bangkok flight by saving lives of 2 unconscious passengers. Acting quickly, they stabilized a man suffering from severe fatigue and dehydration and later assisted a woman experiencing intense vomiting and diarrhea. Both passengers regained stability during the flight and were promptly taken to a hospital upon landing. The Southern Nursing Association and netizens lauded the nurses for their compassion and professionalism in this life-saving act. Well done, those Thai nurses. I hope they get lots of money, love, and affection from Thai people, from foreigners, from everybody. 2 people on the same flight. What are the chances, right? One key point, always stay hydrated. In Southeast Asia with this humidity, this climate, with this heat, sometimes we forget. I personally do not drink enough water. Even though I'm always outside, I should take my own advice and drink a lot more water if I don't want to pass out one of these days. So that's it for this video. And now it's time for a segment called Yesterday Today, where I read some of the most popular comments regarding our previous video. Chris Reed says, I don't give to beggars where I am in the Philippines because the vast majority are not genuine. According to my Filipino partner, we have one in our village, an old man who takes the bus to the local town every day and begs outside McDonald's. He and his family live in a substantial plot of land with various detached dwellings and are more than comfortable. This is in regards to whether you should or you should not, and whether you do or you do not give to beggars in any country you are in, on the street or anywhere in public, where they're asking you for money. Lunar Flytrap says, I never give out cash to beggars, only food. There are too many scammers in the world to bother with, especially around holiday season. An excellent point made. If you really want to help out, always try to give them a meal, buy them some food, something you know that they actually can use and not just goes towards some other reasons for sure. One of the most popular comments, surprisingly, Judy says, hello, I'm a new subscriber from the Philippines. Well, welcome, Judy. Everybody seems to be very happy that you're on the channel as well. And if you want to be a new subscriber, haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, hit that subscribe button. It's completely free, but it really motivates me to make these videos and goes a long way to reach a wider audience. And hit that like button as well. I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more news, hopefully a little bit sooner. So it's so dark today. There was a power or a scheduled brownout, I should say. So I've been out all day. It came back at 5. I came back in here and I started washing dishes and I had this feeling, I'm like, I'm forgetting something. I'm like, it's something major. And when I turned the light on, I was like, oh yeah, I haven't made a video today for Asia Now. So I'm out here in the dark, turn the lights on, make this video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.